telling you don't remix, don't reuse it maybe as it is, or you want to change something, but you must acknowledge that this thing is not originally from me. So if that is not done, the penalty of plagiarism still follows. I don't know if I've answered your question. So I will take one more, last one. Others will wait until where we have another session of question and answer. I will take Aminu Uma. Aminu Uma, please.
Hello?
Hello, I can hear you. Aminu Uma, you have not unmuted yourself, Aminu, from my end.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can
Hello?
hear you, Aminu. Aminu, we can hear you.
Okay, so I'm talking on any
We are not hearing you.
Network issues. Hello, can you hear me now?
We are hearing you.
Okay. And creation that are limiting. Do you have any limiting factor?
I didn't get your question. Maybe you type it. Maybe it's the internet. I'm not hearing you where it's breaking.
Okay, let me. Thank you. Type the question.
Right now, David, I'm taking questions from the chat. I will just take one or two. David from Kenya, you are asking, clarify the quality assurance of open educational resources before being released to the public. That I have already spoken about it. That is where we'll have the clarification of small and big OEM. There are some persons, they can sit down in their room, you write, you do some things you want to do without anybody looking at it, reading it, and you publish and you make it OEM. So it is now left for you, the reader, when you are reading, that is where you are picking something from your area of expertise. You will be able to know whether that material is worth using or not. And that is why I still recommended you lay more emphasis on the big OEM. But that doesn't mean that you don't have the small EROs that are not good. When you read from the content, you will be able to know whether the quality is a quality that is well, that could be used or not. Then another area, I think, criteria you can use to identify good OEM, you will see that they would have been cited. Several people would have used them from different continents. That is another thing. And if it is video, you would have had a lot of view. But you know what you want. And that is why planning is the first. Because when you plan, you know what you want. And that thing you want is what will direct you to look for the resource that will meet what you want. I don't know if I answered your question. Now, do we have a limited factor while creating content? You don't have any limiting factor. There is no limiting factor. So we cannot go on to where we were. So we have done this. Now we're going to have a pool. We're going to have a pool now, and I'm going to unshare so that they can share for me. Mr. Okechukwu, please, can you share the pool?
Okay, ma. All right, Prof. All right, Prof. I'm launching it now. I've launched it.
Okay, here is the. Can everybody see it on their screen? Can everyone see it on their screen? Yes, okay, thank you. So now I want us to quickly respond to this, maybe in the next 1 minute. Which of the following methods helped you the most in achieving the stated learning outcome? Which one helped you the most, at least to achieve what you have been able to achieve in this course? Nobody has filled anything. I'm not seeing. Okay, are you seeing the responses? Okay?
Yes, I'm seeing the responses. I'm seeing the responses.
Because I can see, I need to see the responses to be able to speak.
I'm seeing.
So
I have responded.
What you are going to do, Mr. Okechukwu, is once we close, screenshot and share so that I will be able to speak to the responses.
Okay, okay, Prof.
I have responded.
Yes, because I am not the host. That is why I'm not seeing the responses.
Okay.
Responses, yes.
Okay.
I think everybody would have responded. How many have responded, Mr. Okechukwu? You will see the line.
Just 49, 50 now. Less than 70% have responded.
Let's respond. Let's respond. Let's respond so we can end the. At least nobody is seeing your name. Nobody is seeing you. Let's respond because it will help our class. Thank you.
Still less than 70% have responded. Okay.
Please, can we respond to this so that we can get something meaningful out of it? At least if I have about 80 responses, then we'll move on.
Some of us are not seeing the pool, please.
Oh, you didn't see the pool?
Yes.
What do you do now? Can you log out and log in again?
Log back in,
maybe
yes.
That will help. Log out and log in again. If you are not seeing the pool, log out and log in again. Then if you are not still seeing it, you let us know.
Considering the pool.
You said they can't. Please, can you mute yourself, please?
The pool require more than one option.
No, we said most.
Most.
We don't want more than most. One that most. Most means the one that makes your most. Just one.
Well,
don't discuss. Just choose.
Don't
discuss. Just choose.
One
get no time for discussion.
Yeah.
How many people have responded?
I've already submitted one.
Just 64. That's 75% have responded.
We are moving. Please, let's take it up. If we can get up to 90%. The persons that are not seeing it, can they see it now? Who were Sunday? Can you see it now?
I still cannot see it.
Emmanuel Akman, can you see it now?
I still cannot see it. After logging in.
Technical, what does he need to do?
Manuel Akman can see it now.
Okay. Or maybe it's internet, I don't know. Sorry about that. So what percentage have we reached? Mr. Okafor, what percentage are we now?
We're at 75%.
Okay, let's close it.
I think we're fine.
Close it.
Okay.
End it. End it.
Okay, thank you.
And let me see the pool results.
Okay, let me share the results.
Now we have the results here. We're going to discuss this result briefly.
Okay, I didn't see this one.
Please, we are going to discuss this result now briefly. Visiting the site, downloading of the resources, including video, viewing the videos, combination of downloading the resource and viewing the videos. Now, why are we discussing this? Some people are raising hands. Maybe they have questions they want to ask based on this. Suleiman, do you have any contribution you want to say on this? Hello, Suleiman.
Yes, ma, it's okay. I just wanted to ask, and
When
close.
application.
Please, can we mute ourselves if you are not the one that has the floor?
I have
Please.
responded to the. I responded. Unfortunately, it showed me failed. And I try to respond again, and it shows me thank you. I don't know whether it has accepted or it has not been accepted. I don't know.
Okay, no problem. We'll just for discussion. Okay, now Sajen, you are raising your hand. Sajen.
That's the number of it. I think that's
Sajen. Okay, maybe it's in error, he raised his hand. So if you look at this, we are saying visiting the websites do not really mean much for us, but the one that we enjoy most is the combination of downloading the resources and viewing the videos. That gave us more convenience. Do we have any other tool apart from the last one that we feel if we combine it, it would have equally given us a better understanding? Anyone? Okay, thank you. Please, can you unshare?
okay.
Thank you. So we're going to continue from where we stopped. I will just quickly walk through. Now we're going to look at the performance analysis. That was why I brought that out. On how we have all fared since the week 1. Visit, the highest number of visits on the site is 24 times. That is the highest number. And only 177 persons fall under this category. So we went at the back end to see those people that have visited the site. We go on the site from time to time. Now, again, we look at the number of views. Now, download, only 38 persons downloaded 20 times. They downloaded 20 times. So what can we say to this? Can we say that, because if in the last one we are saying download and viewing, and if I may ask, do we have some people that view from YouTube without passing through, without passing through the content? Anyone? If there is, just raise your hand. Let's see. Anyone?
I didn't get the question, ma.
Do we have some persons that did not come online, you did not view, you did not download? How did you get your materials? Did you get the question, huh? How did you get to be able to answer the quiz? You know, some of these things are going to contribute to what will make you to earn certificate of competency. You earn certificate of participation, but of competency. So how did we do that? Because from the back end, it's telling us not everyone came there as compared to the number of persons that took the. Okay, let's continue. Time is going. Okay. Now let's look at this quiz. For week 1, 500, please mute that person. 517 persons attended the quiz. In week 2, 462 attended the quiz. It's still counting because people are still coming up to do the quiz, starting from week 1. But as of today, this was what I had. Week 3, we have 420. Week 4, only 212 have attended, and no more will come between now and Monday. Now, the average time spent on the quiz in week 1, 9 hours was spent. In week 2, oh, I didn't remember to put the hours here. I think it was about 5 hours for week 2. It's 5 hours, I remember. Then week 3 was 2 hours. Week 4, pending, because you are just still coming on board. You are still filling it. Now, what is the average mark, average score? In week 1, the average score is 88%. In week 2, 91%. In week 3, 92%. In week 4, 93%. So you've all been doing so well. From this, you have all been doing so well. All I would just encourage us is that we should try and complete all the activities so that we'll be able to get our certificate of competency. I want everybody to earn that certificate of competency. Nobody should be left out. Thank you. Now, response to the post-course survey. You know, we did a pre-survey, and now we have gone to the post-survey. As at the time I went through this post-survey, it's only about 91, between 91 and 99 persons that have actually attended to this. But for the pre-survey, we have 300 plus. I know many people are still coming on board. Please complete the survey. So if you look at the result we had in the pre-survey and the result we are having in the post-survey as it's coming now, we will say that we didn't do badly. At least there is improvement if we look at it. Everything here has increased. Applying basic learning theories in designing learning content, we had 65% before, now 87% of the participants can do this. Then define acceptable course and learning outcomes. We have 58.5%, now 80.8% can do this. Now the same thing goes down, embedding OERO into the content, 60% can do this now. They're preparing table of specifications of 3.7% as against 28.1% can now do this. So I would say this is an improvement on what we started with. Now, this is discussion. I want us to discuss this with a chart, because if I say let's discuss it on the, let's raise our hands. I'm looking at the best way so I will not be having rowdy section. Now, if you couldn't fill the survey, no problem. Somebody said I could not fill the survey, no problem. It's just for us to know where we are. Ma, which LMS give this analytic, please? Who is asking this question? I wouldn't know what this person wants to get out of this. Barry, we use Google Form. We use Google Form for this survey. We use Google Form. And when you use Google Form, it will bring out analysis for you, make it easy for you that you can now deploy. Now, I have these questions here. What did you not like in the videos? What did you not like in the live section? What did you not like in the course structure? Which part of the course structure would you recommend adjustment? Now, please raise your hand if you want to speak to any of them. Please raise your hand, then I will call on you to speak, because we are now reviewing ourselves and it will help us. Yes, if I can, you have the floor. Inazu Ifaka, you have the floor. Okay, maybe she has some internet challenges. Chris.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Okay, actually, most of the video, I would have appreciated if they would have considered probably students that have difficulty, probably like those that have sight issue, or maybe someone who is mute, to have a transcript on the screen. Like right now you are talking now, there should be something translating what you are saying, despite those things are on the notes, the PDF format. Then the second thing I would have loved to recommend is like for the content, if they could have like set example, like real life case or situations to enable us to retain what we've learned. So that while we are doing the practical, it would be easier for one to do. That's just my suggestion, ma. Thank you.
Thank you. Chris.
Hello?
Chris, can you hear? Okay, we can hear you.
Okay. My problem is the construction of the items in the quizzes. Let me give one example. The quiz for week 3, item 10. I don't know why brain writing should be the answer. The question says, which of the following is not an online learning activity? Video, gamification, quiz, and brain writing. For me, the one that is not an online activity is video. Video is not an activity.
What is it then?
Watching video can be accepted as an activity, but just video is not an activity. And based on that, I would think that video is the right answer and not brain writing. Brain writing is an activity. It's like brainstorming, except that in the case of brain writing, it's an individual affair. And it is accepted as an online kind of activity.
It's not online activity.
Okay, noted. I'm not with the questions now, so I can't speak more. But from what you have said, depending on how the structure is and the content you may have read, that would have led to the structuring. Because even within video, video is an activity and you can carry out an activity too within video. And depending on the structure, like I said, can you say watch video and you are using video and you have discussed about videos. But if you say brain, I would say B-R-O-A-I-N, brain writing.
Yes.
Or braille as for used by the, what do you call them now? Those that are not sighted. I wouldn't know which of the braille. Is it braille or brain?
It says brain. Brain here. Brain writing.
B-R-O-A-I-N. Is that what
Yes.
you mean?
Yes.
What is?
No. So if it is brain,
Yes.
then even in that context, it can't come in there. In that context, it can't come in there. In that context, it depends on the context where you are using words.
Writing is not online activity.
So thank you. Now let's move on because of time. Uwamaka Angela. Uwamaka Angela. Okay, maybe she's having some internet challenges. Gold.
Hello, Prof.
Okay, Uwamaka, you have to.
Yes, welcome, Angela. Ma. Thank you, Prof, for the opportunity. The number one question, which says, what did you not like in the video? And in the video, video, there was a time one of the video, the background music was so high. So that was what I don't really like. Sometimes it affects some of us that are hypertensive. So we learned differently. Next time I'm saying they should, reduce the background music. Thank you, Prof.
Thank you so much for that observation. You are very right, because in the use of background music in videos, it has to be in moderation. Please, who is, can you mute yourself? It's like there is sound coming from you. Amaka. Now, there are some persons that cannot cope when there is noise at the background. And there are some persons, they do better when that noise is there, that sound is there. So when you are dealing with people of different learning ability and categories, you have to make it very low and moderate. So that one is taken. Thank you so much. So one more, I think that is all the questions. So with this, we're going to the end so that we can move on. Time is on. General questions and answer now so that we can close. Any question, general now? Can raise your hands. Please go drop your hand. Amaka, please drop your hand so we can see new hands that are coming on, except if you want to ask questions. Okay. Anyone? No other question? So who want to say finally something on what we are taking away from here, the wrap up? Right now, we can say that we have successfully completed the 4-week course on open educational resources for online learning. And we have learned some things that will help us to improve on our learning. And from our own side too, we have learned some things we need to where we are preparing the next course. And please, I want to appeal that we complete the post-survey questionnaire, because there we say to float next. I know I've already seen instructional design. I've seen 1 or 2 or 3 courses already, but I promise, God helping us, all these areas you have identified, using real life example, show content on the side of the video, and use, let the background music be very low, that we put into consideration. So with this, before I call it, before we bring the class fully to a close, I don't know if anybody wants to say anything. Finally, any first hand that is raised. Okay, Sam, you have the floor.
Thank you, Prof, for the information. I do appreciate the course. I learned so much from this course.
Please, can you position your camera properly? We are seeing your head. We want to see your face. Thank you.
Please, you can see my face now. No, I wish to appreciate the content that I learned from this course. It was quite informative, and truly speaking, it was the first time I came across open educational resources. I enjoyed mostly that part of the license, types of licensing and all the stuff. I've just realized that all along, I've been playing with people's content, because I was not aware that with the licensing, people can sue you if you take their stuff without their consent, etc., 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 etc. But I'm thankful. I still have to go back to this type of license and learn more. I think I'm not yet confident on how they really work, but I'll create time and then go through it. But all in all, the course was a plus for me. I do recommend the course. I have also encouraged my colleagues, sorry, this is the right course. You learn a lot, a lot, a lot. Thank you. That's all I can say for now.
Thank you so much. We can only take one more. Buki, because you have not spoken before, then we'll close. Buki, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Prof. I want to really appreciate you and your team. I'm an online tutor in a university online distant learning program. This training has really opened my eye more to different learning mode, teaching learning mode for students. And I will tell you that I am not the same person before now. So I want to really appreciate you, Ma, and your team. And I say more power to your elbow. Thank you very much, Ma.
Okay, thank you. At this point, I want to call on my team to say hello to the class as we close. Please, if you are there, Mr. Okechukwu.
Thank you very much.
Are you there?
I'm here, Prof. I'm here.
Show your face.
My face is showing, you know. My camera is on. I hope you can all see me.
Okay. Pin it.
Okay. So, yeah, so this is me. I just want to say that we've had a very good run. We've had a good participant interaction. And anytime I go through the forum and I see questions that are being asked, intellectual questions and contributions that are coming from participants, I think it's very encouraging. And of course, it's a good thing to also know that, you know, someone can actually challenge a particular quiz like what Mr. Chris did, which I think it's okay. You know, when you see something that you think is not right, you try and challenge, and that's all part of learning to me. And I say a very big thank you to all the participants. You've been a wonderful student, and I've also learned from your questions and your contributions so far. Thank you very much, all. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Felix, I saw him a while ago.
I think he's having network issues.
It's like he's coming in and going out. Wow. What about Ohad Yoha? Is she online? Okay, I think I've seen you again.
Hello, good evening. Sorry, the network is very poor. It's raining where I am. Hello, everybody. It's been very interesting seeing you. My system is problematic. That's why there's a flickering on the camera. Yes. Good evening, Prof.
Good evening.
Yes, it's good to see you.
So thank you. So
Thank you
on
very
this
much.
note, I could still see somebody raising hand, still persistent. I wanted to, but I felt the person has spoken before, and we need to keep to time. So people may have other activities they want to engage in. Sam, I think Sam has spoken. So at this point, I want to appreciate everyone, and I want to encourage you to please complete your assignments. All that you have left to do, please complete them. On this note, I say bye-bye to everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. I appreciate.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. It's been a pleasure being part of this journey.
Yeah, same here, same here, same here. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Esther.
Bye, everyone.